So there it is, the wood-fired outdoor oven, the old stainless steel version, prototype 3. So finally taken it from concept to this is a beastie. We're going to give it a run, give it a fire up, see how she goes, see how good it is. First time, so in there you can see, got the oven, got the 4mm rack as you call it, see if that distorts, see what happens. It's a bit tight, we're going to have to do a few tweaks, but that's okay. So I got the thermometer on, so hopefully we can get up to 150, 300 Fahrenheit I think, and maybe get it up to over 400, see how we go anyway. We're just burning pine, which is good. It's a bit of a blustery day, you might notice. But yeah, no, the good thing about these wood-fired ovens is the more wind you got, the harder they go. The only issue, if you're familiar with the gas-fired outdoor oven I made, the only issue with those is a little bit susceptible to wind, yeah? Blows out the gas and so forth, but that's the only real issue with that one. But so without much more being said, let's get stuck into it. Let's get the old 4-inch bushcraft out. Cut open the boxes of wood, got an axe. So yeah, said I'd never chop wood again after I left the last place, but here we go, we're getting back into it. So we'll build a fire in it, see if we can boil up some coffee, and yeah, good times, let's go. In the summer of 2020, from humble beginnings, we started a channel, and this is our journal. With limited finance, what started with the need for a rotating fly tying vise, we went to making knives, 2x72 belt grinders, and here and there an outdoor oven or two. The ultimate goal is to build an off-grid cabin in the woods. But for now, we work with what we have, we do what we do, and we welcome you to follow along with our humble journey. We can't guarantee what's coming around the corner or what's coming next, but we genuinely hope you can sit back and enjoy our journey as much as we are. So you might have noted that, yeah, put these shelves on it, which is a bit like an engineer's sight box really. Don't think they're ever finished. There's always something you can add on them. I said I was going to test it first, but I got a bit excited. Start with some fire lighters. Not that many. Can't open it. Oh, these stink. Alright, sweet as. Right, get that out of the way. Nothing too much, but who cares? That up the front there. Right, I've got some matches somewhere, but no idea where they are, so we're not going to muck around. Done. Cool, we'll get that going. And right, looks like we've got a fire. Better open up the fire, would you? Hopefully you can see that. Right, let's open up, like I said, get some firewood in there. So all we do now is sit back and wait. What's the time? Let's take a timer. The old thing around. Cool. So far so good, yeah? Time for you to flick back through the videos and look at me pondering video, because that's what we're doing. And wait and see if that comes up. Firewood cutting. So these shelf pieces out the side come in really handy for putting stuff on. The other reason is that it keeps you away from the sides because they get really hot. In time I might put a thing under there so you can stack wood underneath as well. Don't know yet, jury's out on that one, but you know, like I said, there's always things you can change and tweak and do, and yeah, extra things you come along. What I also need to go and find is the old rebar fire poker. If you're going to get into engineering, or you're thinking of it just for a hobby, the old rebar makes a lot of good things, if you can see that in the shot. The old rebar fire poker, a bit rusty on the end, but nothing a bit of WD-40 won't fix. How are we going with thermometer wise? Is it moving? I don't know. This time, it's 5 minutes, it's burning alright. Smoke's coming out of it. Usually, what happens is once that gets up to like 100 degrees C, or around about, which is, I don't know what it is, around about 200 Fahrenheit, that's when the oven gets quite hot and the chimney gets hot and you get very little smoke coming out of it. Well, that's what I've seen in the past. Apparently. I'll sit over there. Should have brought a drink with me. I've got one, just got to cook it. Bit of smoke coming out the top. Oh, that didn't work at all. Epic fail. That's what I was looking to do. Nice. Right, I need a drink. Bear with me, bear with me. Temperature's going up, and that still works. Things will expand a little bit. I think a bit of that smoke off there is that paint off-gassing or whatever, which doesn't matter because it's outside. So we're up to, about 70 degrees C in 10 minutes, yeah? So it's looking good so far. What do you need in the outdoor oven? What do I need one? I don't need one, I want one. What it does do though, is the way the world is at the moment, the gas-fired oven's good, but we could have trouble getting gas. It's not that long ago that they were saying they were running out of gas, they couldn't get it and all the rest of the carry on and palaver. One thing in this country, this wood actually grows. If you look further up in the background, you'll see there's a ton of it. Power does go off at certain times due to natural disaster, which nobody can do anything about. And when that happens, they will get to you to help you, but sometimes they can't, so you're pretty much on your own. So at least we can cook our food, yeah, if we need to. A little bit of wood there, fire this out and away we go. Gives us a little bit of independence. It does get pretty hot as well. Not that I'd put in the house to heat it, but if it got ridiculously cold and I was going to die, then that's what I'd do. But anyway, enough conspiracy paranoia for me. There is something primeval about sitting out on a cold day, cooking your food and looking at a wood fire burn as well. If you were to flick back and have a look at my video on the gas-fired oven, outdoor oven I built, one thing about that one is, like I said earlier, it's susceptible to wind, certainly on the top cooking part. That is a drawback with it. The other drawback with it is... No, it's not a drawback actually, I'm getting confused. One good thing about it is it's very easy to set the temperature on the gas-fired one. You can tweak the little thing here and get it exactly where you want and it'll hold it. The thing with a wood-fired oven, if you've never used one before, you've got to bring it up a little bit slower than you normally sort of want to. If you want to hold a temperature, is quite a, as you can imagine with wood, it takes a while to cool it down. So you want to bring it up to what you want, temperature you want slowly, and then just put a little bit of wood in to hold it there, yeah? And every oven's different. That's why I'll give it a test before I cook, so I get an idea of what I need to do. Not that I'm much of a cook, because I'm not, but I try. Right, let's take stock. Oh, we're up to 100 almost, are we? Yeah, and it's still going up, so very little wood in there at the moment. Gone in, probably 2 blocks. I'll grab a block actually, so you can, I'm in the way. Don't want to buy a massive load of wood, of course, if it didn't work, so I've gone and got some of this kiln dried pine. At the minute, we've got up to 100 degrees C, 200 degrees Fahrenheit, and we used 3 of those and a bit of kindling you saw me put in there. So, pretty happy with that, yeah? And once it's up to temp, it'll hold it for quite a while. Anyway. Nice. Still works. If you do decide to make one, you need to have these quite loose. Yeah, because that does expand a bit. And the insert in there, which I got wrong on the first one, not wrong, but it expands that way as well. So I had it too tight, got stuck. That one's going good. This handle, way better than the first one. I may have to loosen those bolts a bit on the hinges, but so far so good. You can see in here, I've just got a thing there. And it's a wee bit of slack, but yeah. Quite happy with the handle. It's getting enough air. So you can see, probably what I said before, if the audio worked, which I have no idea if it did or not. So I'll go and edit. We've been going now 15 minutes. It's up to 100, like I said before. And you look at the top, and there's very little smoke, if any, coming out of there at all. So once it gets up to that temperature, zoom out baby, there we go, it's very little smoke comes out of it, yeah. Hopefully that's in shot, yeah. So we're up to 100, we'll put our coffee on, see how long that takes to boil. Could take a while, could take a week, might not work, should do though. I haven't got anything to do it with, because I forgot to get one. But you can take that off, so the flames will hit the bottom of your pot, yeah. Normally, I'll put this up behind something so I don't get around the back. The back is distorting a bit, quite a bit actually, so we'll see how we go. That's the hottest part, and normally when you want to cool stuff you move it along, yeah? But that's alright. The back is distorted a wee bit, but no, we'll just have to live with it. What about the sides? Oh, she's creaking. Good thing is, if you build it yourself and it doesn't work, you can fix it. If it breaks, you can fix it. And if you don't like it, As long as you don't invest your life savings in it, you can scrap it and start again. Ooh. Better. But I don't know if you can see that clearly, but around about there, between 200 and 300 degrees Fahrenheit, or 100 and 150, that is where I'd start cooking bread, yeah? I'm going to have to loosen that a bit. Those things aren't distorting, which is good. Yeah, definitely going to have to tweak that. Weekend job coming up. It does lose a bit of heat when you open the door, but it builds up pretty quickly, yeah. The thing with my bread, I've got it down pretty good process now. So as long as I can maintain the heat I want, I know exactly how long I need to leave it in there, so I don't need to look. Future builds, if I ever do another one, I am going to look at putting glass in there, but at the minute it's too hard. Coke Zero, eh? Gives you strength, gives me strength. I'm not sponsored by Coke Zero, but I should be. You mind? The sides, wee bit of distortion, not too bad actually. Chimney hasn't going black at the top, you expect that. Nothing happening there. The back's going a bit brown, but you're going to expect that too. Mild steel didn't distort. But anyway, that's why we test it, that's why it's a prototype. Any issues we find, we can always strengthen that up if we have to. And if it doesn't last, well, like I said, I'll cut her out and put mild steel on there, yeah? Jeepers. What are we looking at? 20 minutes. Sort of what you'd expect actually. Usually takes about 20 minutes to get up to cooking bread on the first one I made. And usually about half an hour to get up to speed with the other ones that I made. The gas-fired one, no. Gas-fired one, you'll get that up in 10 minutes, easy to cooking bread. And about 15 minutes to get it up to the other for like cooking a roast. Check the cameras. They tend to overheat. Stop working. Run out of memory card. Batteries go flat. Everything goes wrong. That one stopped. So I don't know if you can see that in the camera angle. There we go. What are we looking at? Don't even know. Okay, that back there you can see. If you can see that, we'll get the poker, eh? We've got gloves for a reason, so we don't burn ourselves. This here, ooh. Bit of distortion up here. Yep, and down here. And it's starting to discolour a bit, but that's only real distortion and discolouring I can see. But I overspray there because I got that wrong. So in time I'll orbital sand it all up and shine it up. But yeah, that's the only distortion I can see in it. And I'm not too worried about it. Yep, so far so good. We'll stick another bit of wood in, chop it up first, yeah. Right on 300 degrees Fahrenheit, so be a little bit of a slow cook, which is all good, because some things need a slow cook. So I'm pretty happy with that so far, yeah? Good. Definitely need to tweak our handle on the oven. Let's have another look in there, eh? Yep, that's good. Front's not distorting at all, really. I'll just colour a little bit. No, that's good. Nothing of fire, that. Yeah, expecting that. Nothing of fire won't fix. Here's our coffee going. But there's always going to be something, yeah? Oh no. A lot of grounds in there. Might get into making cowboy coffee in the future. But for now, that'll do. Like I say, I'm not much of a cook, but I do like to come out. Cold days, cold nights, cold mornings, whatever. Sit there watching a fire burn, put something in there, take your time, take it nice and easy, cook yourself a roast and have a good feed. It's yeah, just good to do, yeah. Don't know about this oven because I've never cooked anything in it, but the other ones I've made, you get a really good flavour. Might be my imagination, but that's just what I think. And if I think so, then I don't know what else to say. The other thing in this part of the world, what we do sometimes is we burn gum or blue gum, and it burns a lot hotter, yeah? That's pine, softwood, put a hardwood in it, tend to get a bit more heat. I wouldn't put coal in it, but to be quite honest, it's enough heat, it's good. Try putting a whole piece in now, see how that goes, yeah? Nice. Beautiful, beautiful. What are we up to? Yeah, it's still going up. Not very quickly now, but it is going up, so that's good. Can't complain. What I see on the internet the other day, someone who's cooking a big piece of pulled pork, he's called it. Some expert should know what he's talking about. Cook it at 150 degrees C for 4 hours. So that'll definitely do that, yeah. Shouldn't be a problem. She is pumping off a bit of heat, yeah. You can sort of feel it. I can't feel. That's pretty hot. That's pretty hot. So I can feel heat on my knees. But when I touch that, it ain't too bad. Well, you still burn yourself, but you're not going to stick to it and all that sort of carry on. You can see the heat come off the top. Top's mild steel, so it should transfer heat a lot better than the stainless. The old frost cloth on the citrus trees. It's pretty much a waste of time, really. Never mind. We moved on to our oven. Right, 2 more blocks in, and rain is a coming, which normally happens when I start to cook on these things for some reason. So if you want it to rain, get one of these and plan a big day's cooking. But yeah, I'm happy with that. That's worked good so far. Give it a bit of a push, give it a bit of a test. And that's all I've got to do is tweak that up with a file. Rotary file maybe, or flap disc, or whatever I got, sand it up so it's smooth, and relieve it a little bit. That's pretty much it. I'm happy with it. So I shall sit back and enjoy the fire. Well, the wind's got worse. The rain is definitely coming. But I've got a fire going, and I don't care. Actually, I do care, because if that camera gets wet, that camera won't work, and I cannot afford another one. And I do like making videos, so we'll stick it out as long as we can, no? Coffee's steaming, she's nearly there. 45 minutes, yeah, quarter of an hour. That coffee's probably been on there, ooh, half an hour. That's sort of what it was in the other ovens too. There's quite a bit of water in there when all said and done, and water takes a bit to heat up, as you know. Oh no. So 45 minutes, we're up to whatever that says there. It's halfway between, it's probably 350 degrees Fahrenheit. I can't see good enough to tell you what it is Celsius unless I get closer and I can't be bothered. So all in all, that's pretty good, yeah. I'm happy with that. It's going to work. So all we got left to do is cook ourselves a roast, yeah. So I might make a video on that, I might not. We'll see how we go with that. So yeah, haven't really got a lot more to say about it, apart from I hope you're all safe and well. And we'll get this packed up before it rains. And yeah, good work, I'm happy. Thank you.